They sent 12 warfleets to Earth, each armed to wipe out a planet, each crew confident, cocky, certain of victory. The alien commander even joked, "This will be over before my next date." He was wrong. The first fleet vanished. No wreckage, no signal. Just silence. Then the second, and the third, gone. By the time the seventh fleet screamed for help, Earth finally replied, "You came looking for a fight. You found us." And then, nothing came back. Not one ship, not one soldier, not even a whisper. But the question remains, what did Earth do to them? Welcome to Predator Protocol, the home of epic HFY sci-fi stories, the kind where humans bite back and leave their enemies begging. I'm Marcus, your narrator and voice behind these dark, sexy, and thrilling tales. So sit tight, grab a drink, because today you'll find out exactly what happened when they sent 12 war fleets to Earth. Let's begin the story. The alien commander leaned forward, his glowing blue eyes fixed on the spinning blue planet below. Earth. Still looks soft, he muttered, tapping the screen with a clawed finger. Just oceans, cities, noise. Beside him stood a tall, silver-skinned alien female, her lips curling into a smirk. "They won't even know what hit them," she purred. "Maybe we'll take souvenirs after a few of their mails, perhaps?" The bridge crew laughed. 12 fleets, over 600 ships, the biggest invasion in their empire's history, all aimed at one primitive world. Commander Vrolk adjusted his uniform and flexed his neck. "I want it done fast," he said. "I've got a hot date with the ambassador's daughter tonight. Don't want to be late, or tired." They all chuckled again. Too confident, too calm. Fleet 1 moved into position, orbit locked, weapons hot. Still, Earth didn't respond. No lasers, no message, just clouds and silence. "Are they even awake down there?" Vrolk joked. Then, something strange happened. One of their ships vanished from the radar. "Technical glitch? No signal, Commander. Try again." The signal returned, but only static. Then another ship blinked off the grid. Then 3 more. Then an entire squadron. Gone. "Wait," the comms officer whispered. I think we just lost Fleet 1. Everyone froze. The silence was louder than their laughter had been. "No wreckage?" Vrolk asked. "None." "No distress call?" "Nothing." Suddenly, a voice broke through the static. Not alien. Human. Slow. Calm. Teasing. "If you're looking for trouble, you just found it, sweetheart." The voice ended with a laugh. Vrolk's mouth twitched. "Was that flirting?" His second-in-command grinned. "They're cocky. I like it." She leaned close. "Maybe we keep one alive, for fun." Vrolk didn't laugh this time. He looked nervous now. "Send in Fleet 2. The ship is moved, but they never arrived. Not a trace, just one short message from Earth. "Come closer, we don't bite, unless you want us to." Vrolk slammed his fist on the console. "Are we being mocked?" The crew looked around, unsure if they should speak. One officer whispered, "Commander, they're jamming our systems. I can't even access my own comms." The screen flickered. Earth's image warped, then changed. A human woman in dark armor appeared. Hair tied back, dirty face, a scar over her lip. She smiled. "This is Earth Command. You brought 12 fleets. Cute. We only need one finger to answer you." She raised her middle finger slowly. The screen went black. The bridge exploded with chaos. "Systems are crashing. Drones approaching. They're small but fast." Vrolk's voice cracked. "Defense mode, now!" but it was too late. From behind Earth's moon, dozens of unmanned human drones flew out, fast as lightning. They weren't just weapons, they were messages. Each one carried a symbol, a joke, even a photo. One drone crashed into a fleet ship, exploding in a flash of red hearts. It had a note painted on the side. "Boom, baby," the fleet screamed. Vrolk stood frozen, his pride slipping away. The second in command whispered, Maybe we shouldn't have called them soft." More laughter, but this time, nervous. "Send Fleet 3, now!" Vrolk barked. "We end this!" Fleet 3 jumped to hyperspace, but never came out. Nothing. As if space itself had swallowed them whole. Then, in the silence, Earth sent one final message. "Wanna play? Good. We're just getting started." Vrolk looked down at Earth. It didn't look soft anymore. It looked like a trap, a hot, dangerous, smiling trap, and he had just stepped into it. His second in command leaned in again. "Commander, what if they're not the prey?" He didn't answer, because deep down, he already knew the truth. Earth wasn't waiting for them. Earth was hunting them. Commander Vrolk stood stiff on the bridge, the screen still black, his pride shattered, his fleet disappearing one by one. They hacked us through a broadcast?" an officer muttered. "Not possible," another whispered. "It wasn't tech. It was psychological. They made us feel fear." Vrolk's claws gripped the rail tightly. "We are the Empire's finest. 12 fleets. Over 600 warships." He turned, snapping. "And we're being humiliated by a monkey with a middle finger?" A soft laugh echoed from behind him. It was her again. His silver-skinned second in command. Tall, calm, dangerously amused. "I told you, Commander," she said with a wicked smirk. "Humans might be soft, but they're sexy when they're angry." He turned away, growling. "Send in Fleet 4. Tell them no games this time. Full firepower. Erase a city if you have to." They obeyed. Fleet 4 prepared a high-orbit strike on the largest Earth city. Coordinates, New York. Missiles locked, plasma cannons spinning up, drones deployed. And then, nothing happened. Weapons failed. Missile bays locked. Cannons powered down. "Systems are jamming again. They've breached our comnet. Commander, we're not in control anymore." On screen, another human transmission popped up. But this time, it wasn't a soldier. It was a woman, wearing a tight tank top. Slick hair, oil-stained hands, chewing gum slowly. Behind her, the inside of an alien ship. Their ship. "Hey boys," she said casually. "You left your doors open. I let myself in." She blew a kiss into the camera. The gum popped. "I pressed a few buttons. Hope you don't mind. Let's see what this one does." She winked and pressed something. Fleet 4's engines ignited, but instead of firing, they exploded from within. Vrolk's eyes widened. "What? How?" "Humans are on board. They've boarded our ships." Another officer screamed. "Sir, they didn't teleport in. They were already waiting inside our hangars." And then the transmission returned. This time from multiple humans, men, women, laughing. One female fighter pointed a weapon at the camera, licking her lips. "Your fleets are cute," she said. "But your ships? Even cuter from the inside." Then the screen flickered again. It showed live footage. Aliens being thrown out airlocks, crawling, screaming, burning. One feed showed a human soldier moonwalking through a command deck, mid-battle. Another showed a woman dancing on a table while aliens ducked behind cover. Vrolk backed up, heart racing. "These humans, they're insane," he whispered. "They're turning this into a game." His second in command raised one eyebrow. "Or maybe, we just never knew how dangerous foreplay could be." She chuckled, tracing a clawed finger along his shoulder. He pulled away, face pale. "Fleet 5, he ordered. "Send them in. Heavy armor. Deploy the Titans." "But, sir, what if they're already waiting for them?" He paused, breathing hard. The bridge had gone cold. Outside, Earth just floated in the stars. Quiet, unmoving, smiling, and from somewhere, deep in the static, another human voice whispered, a man this time, calm, smooth, cold. You sent 12 fleets to Earth. That was your first mistake. Your second was thinking you'd get them back. Then, silence again. The kind of silence that hurts. Vrolk turned and finally said the words no commander had ever dared to speak. Prepare to retreat. But it was already too late. The countdown had started. A glowing object just attached to the hull of their flagship. Tick, 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 tick. The device pulsed red on the outer hull of Vrolk's flagship. Nobody knew where it came from. Nobody knew how it got there. But everyone on the bridge knew it wasn't going to end well. Can we disarm it? Vrolk barked. The engineer looked pale. Sir, it's not a bomb, it's broadcasting something. What kind of signal? She hesitated. A mating signal. The bridge went silent. What? Vrolk whispered. The silver-skinned second-in-command grinned wickedly. Well, I've always wanted to try Earth-style love songs. She tapped the console. Suddenly, every screen lit up with a video feed, blurry at first, then clear. A human woman appeared again. This time in a black leather jacket, leaning against a crashed alien ship, one leg up, gun over her shoulder. Hey there, boys, she said, slow and sultry. You really should have bought me dinner first. Behind her, smoke rose from the ruins. Alien bodies lay scattered. Human fighters danced through the flames, shouting, laughing, blasting music. She smiled. I'm just here to say hi. And also, boom. The countdown hit 0. A wave of energy exploded outward from the beacon. No flames, no debris, just light, bright, blinding, and then darkness. When the screens came back, Fleet 5 was gone. No trace, no signal, just floating armor and silent space. They're erasing our fleets like dust, someone muttered. Without firing a single damn shot. Vrolk turned, eyes burning. No more games, he hissed. Deploy the Titans. Fleet 6, full force, no hesitation. The Titans were mechanical monsters, towering war robots built to crush cities. Each one took 10 years to build. Now they dropped toward Earth's surface, like gods from the stars. As they entered the atmosphere, Vrolk watched. His second-in-command sat beside him, brushing silver hair from her face. She leaned close, Sir, whispering in his ear. I wonder what a human would do if they caught me alone in a dark bunker. Vrolk didn't answer. He was too busy watching the Titans land. They touched down in a desert. No human resistance, no weapons, just dust and wind. Until a single jeep drove toward them, bouncing across the dirt. In it sat 4 humans. One wore sunglasses, one had a cigarette in his mouth, one was drinking beer, and one, a woman in a black tank top, had her legs up on the dashboard. She leaned out the window and shouted, Hey, you boys lost? This is Earth. You're not on the guest list. The Titans locked onto the vehicle, weapons charged, and then the humans vanished. Poof. Holograms, decoys. The real humans were already climbing up the Titans' backs. We've been breached! They're crawling on the hull! Vrolk watched in horror as the feeds showed one human female planting explosives while chewing gum, again. Another man danced on top of a Titan's shoulder, holding a sign. Thanks for the upgrade. Then, the Titans turned and began walking the wrong way. Commander, the AI officer gasped. They've taken control of our Titans. They're sending them back to us. Vrolk stared at the screen. Fleet 6 was retreating, but the Titans were following them, hunting them. One by one, the ships started vanishing from radar again. Fleet 6, erased. Vrolk's claws trembled. They're not just beating us, he whispered. They're toying with us, like prey. His second-in-command leaned in again, smirking. Or maybe they just like playing rough. Her breath was hot against his cheek, but Vrolk didn't move. He just stared at Earth. That small blue planet, that trap, that battlefield in disguise, that planet full of humans who didn't wait to be rescued. They became the nightmare. And now, they were coming up, faster than any sensor could tree. Fleet 7 reported strange readings, unknown signals, movement from the moon, and then, from behind the Earth's dark side, came something big, really big. But it wasn't alien, it was human. Fleet 7 never made it past Earth's shadow. Their scans froze mid-sweep. Warning lights lit up across their control boards. Unknown energy signatures. Rapid heat spikes. Radiation off the charts. "What's that coming from the moon?" one pilot shouted. The answer came too fast. It moved. A part of the moon, no, a massive structure inside the moon, started shifting. Panels slid open. Antennas rose. And from the darkness, something launched. At first, it looked like a meteor, but meteors don't track targets. This one did. "It's locked on us!" The object split into dozens, like metal sharks, darting through space, silent and silver. They weren't just weapons. They were boarding pods, and each one carried humans. Stealth units in black armor, weapons glowing, faces hidden behind tinted helmets. They struck silently. No warnings, no orders, just chaos. Inside Fleet 7's ships, lights flickered. Doors opened on their own. And the humans walked in like they owned the place. One looked straight at the camera and whispered, "Knock, knock." Then he kicked in a command door, shot 2 aliens, and grinned. "Daddy's home." From another ship's footage, a female Earth soldier slid under a laser barrier, spun on her back, and blew a kiss before tossing a grenade. "Your floors are dirty," she said, teasing. "Mind if I clean house?" Boom. Bridge gone. Outside, Vrolk could only watch, helpless. Fleet 7's signatures began to flicker, then vanish. "Tell me something," he growled, eyes wild. "How are they moving so fast?" His comms officer looked at him with dead fear. "Sir, they're not using engines. They're riding debris, hiding in wreckage, using our own dead ships as cover." Vrolk's second-in-command leaned forward. Her voice purred. "They're not fighting like warriors. They're fighting like lovers in a dirty fight. Fast, dirty, and it all over us." Vrolk finally snapped. "Fleet 8 and 9, deploy, right now." But something strange happened. Fleet 8 refused. "No launch signal, sir. They're not responding." "What?" "Sir, I think they've already been compromised." "How? We haven't even launched them yet." Another human message cut in. No video this time. Just a woman's voice. Slow, deep, intimate. "You left the back door open, Commander. So we came in early. And trust me, we've been waiting to surprise you." Fleet 8's ships exploded on the spot, from the inside. Humans had boarded them before launch. Vrolk's mouth fell open. His second-in-command laughed. Actually, laughed. "Are we even at war anymore?" she said. "Or just in bed with the devil?" He turned and grabbed her by the shoulder. "Do you even care what's happening?" She smiled, tilted her head, and whispered, "Oh, I care. I just think you're finally understanding what humans are good at. Making you feel things you're not ready for." Then she gently pushed his hand away and walked off the bridge. Alarms blared. Fleet 9 launched late, but too late. Earth's countermeasure was already moving. It wasn't a drone. It wasn't a ship. It was something else. Something alive. A hybrid craft, part AI, part organic, shaped like a manta ray the size of a city. Painted on the side in bold red human letters, Project Venus Trap. Its scanner signal played something. A female laugh, soft breathing, a whisper. Come closer. Fleet 9 did. They couldn't help it. Their ships drifted off course, drawn in by false signals. Systems overloaded, pilots panicked. And then, Venus Trap ate them, one by one. Absorbed, crushed, broken. No weapons fired. Just attraction. Just seduction. From his bridge, Vrolk collapsed into his chair. 8 fleets gone, 9, maybe more. He had no idea how many were left. Earth didn't just defend itself. Earth had played them. Out, thought them. Out, fought them. Out, seduced them. The final screen lit up with a new face. A human woman in a torn combat suit, dirt on her cheek, smiling wide. Hey, Commander, still think Earth is soft? Come say it to my face. She leaned close. I dare you. And then the screen glitched, but not before she added one last thing. By the way, Fleet 10's already ours. The bridge was quiet now. Too quiet. Commander Vrolk sat slumped in his chair, his uniform torn, his pride shattered. 10 fleets. 10. Gone. Without warning. Without war. Just clever traps, twisted tech, and those damn smiling human faces. They're not soldiers, he whispered. They're nightmares in pretty skin. A shaky voice broke the silence. Commander, Earth just launched something else. Vrolk blinked. What now? Another drone? A virus? A love letter with a bomb inside? No, sir. This one's big, very big. It came from underground. They pulled up the feed. A massive human ship rose from the oceans of Earth, dark, sharp edges, built like a predator. It had no name on the hull, but a symbol glowed across its front, a pair of red lips. The AI officer read the scan. Designation unknown, but transmission code says, Kiss of Death. Vrolk's second-in-command strolled back onto the bridge. Her eyes narrowed, her lips curved in a twisted smirk. That's sexy, she whispered. Humans have a way of turning violence into foreplay. No one argued. The kiss of death didn't fly. It stalked. It drifted into space like it was hunting, silent, confident, deadly. Fleet 11 tried to engage. They fired everything. Lasers, torpedoes, EMPs. Nothing touched it. It slipped between attacks like it was dancing. And then, it responded. From the ship's side, panels opened. But not with guns. With holograms. Dozens of life-size human projections appeared, men and women, dressed in tight gear, all smiling. One leaned close into the feed, licking her lips. You missed, boys. Our turn. Then everything went red. Fleet 11's. Ships started spinning. Targets scrambled. Weapons turned inward. They've infected our targeting systems. We're locking on our own fleet. And just like that, they blew themselves apart. Vrolk stood and shouted, Who the hell programs warfare like a strip show? His second barked out a laugh. Apparently, Earth does. And it's working. The screen shifted again. One of Earth's human captains appeared, a scar across his face, shirt halfway unzipped, sipping coffee like it was a lazy Sunday morning. You guys still fighting? Most people take a hint by now. He leaned back and winked. But hey, if you're still curious, Fleet 12's next, right? Vrolk's eyes went wide. No. The captain grinned. Yeah, we already boarded them. Yesterday. What? Yeah, sorry, we got bored. Figured we'd start early. Behind him, alien ships drifted into view. They were still active, but with human flags hanging out the airlocks, painted lips, neon signs, dirty slogans. Vrolk saw one banner waving proudly. Earth says hi and bye. Fleet 12, the final fleet, wasn't just captured. It was already under human control. And now, they were turning those ships around, toward him. One officer collapsed at his station. I don't understand. How did they do it? Vrok answered with hollow eyes. They didn't use strength, or numbers, or brute force. He looked out the window, at Earth. That's not how humans win. They seduced us, broke us, took our tech, our tactics, even our pride. And they made it look fun while doing it. His second-in-command leaned over softly. Kind of makes you want to surrender, doesn't it? He didn't respond. Because outside, the human-controlled ships had arrived. Fleet 12, now wearing Earth's smile. They locked weapons on his flagship, and Earth sent one final message. No voice this time. Just text, big, bold, and burning onto every screen. We warned you. Now kiss your fleet goodbye. Commander Vrok's flagship drifted in space, alone, surrounded. 12 fleets, gone. His officers were either dead, unconscious, or too afraid to speak. The only sound left on the bridge was the slow, heavy breathing of defeat. Outside, Earth's captured ships, his own ships, hovered in formation. Their lights pulsed red. One by one, their weapons turned, not toward Earth, but toward him. We can't escape, whispered the comms officer. They're everywhere. Vrok didn't blink. He stared at the screen like a man already dead. And then, the feed lit up. It was her again. The Earth soldier. Tight armor, dirty face, hair tied up in a messy bun. Her lip was bleeding, but she smiled like she just won a game. She tilted her head, almost sweetly. Hey, Commander, miss me? He said nothing. She leaned closer. Thought I'd check in before your ship goes pop. I mean, it's only polite. Behind her, humans moved through the alien control room. Some danced, some painted graffiti. One walked by shirtless, eating noodles, winking at the camera. You know, she said, you aliens are really smart. She tapped the console beside her. But you're not clever. The screen flashed a new image, security footage from Vrok's own ship. Humans inside, already. They were in the engine room, the reactor core, even the bridge's lower decks. Vrok stumbled backward. How did they get in? A whisper came from behind him. They never left. It was his second-in-command, still calm, still smiling. They've been crawling through our vents since Fleet 3. This ship isn't yours anymore, Commander. It's theirs. He turned slowly, eyes full of fear, and something else. Shame. They played with us. She stepped closer. They flirted with us, mocked us, and then gutted our fleets while we watched. And the best part? She purred. They made it. Fun. A hiss of air broke the tension. A nearby door slid open. 2 humans stepped through, both dressed in black. One male, tall, wide smile, spinning a pistol in his hand. The other, female, sultry eyes, soft swagger, dragging a trail of alien blood behind her boots. They didn't shoot. They didn't yell. They just grinned. The man raised a brow at Vrok. This your captain? The woman stepped forward, slow and smooth. No, she said. This is the audience. Then she walked right up to Vrok, chest to chest, eyes locked. She whispered, You brought 12 fleets to Earth. That's 12 chances to impress us. And sweetie, she leaned in so close her breath hit his lips. You failed all of them. Suddenly, the ship's lights went out. A moment of darkness, and in that silence, a single sound. Tick, tick, tick. A soft red glow blinked under the console. Vrok looked down. It was the same device as before. The same countdown. Please, he whispered. I surrender. The woman tilted her head. You're too late, Commander. Earth doesn't take prisoners. We take souvenirs. She turned around, walking away. And just before the blast, she looked over her shoulder and asked, "Want to guess what part of you we'll keep?" The final blast echoed across space. Commander Vrolk's flagship, gone. The fireball spread like a flower blooming in the void. Silent. Perfect. Earth's message complete. 12 fleets entered the Sol system. None returned. But Earth wasn't done. Not yet. Back on Earth, in a dark war room deep beneath the Rocky Mountains, a human general watched the flames on screen. She leaned back in her chair, boots on the table, chewing gum like it was just another Tuesday. "Guess that's all of them," she said, voice casual. She cracked her neck and added, "Didn't even get to use the good weapons." Beside her, a younger soldier grinned. "What now, General? Do we clean up?" She looked at him, eyes sparkling. "Nah, let 'em float out there. Dead fleets make great warning signs." She stood, stretching. "Besides, they started it. We just finished it." Suddenly, an alert blinked on the screen. Signal detected. From deep space, a faint whisper. Encrypted. Alien. Someone survived. The general raised an eyebrow. "Patch it through." The voice came through broken and terrified. "Please, this is Officer Rekthar. Anyone out there? We were wrong. Earth is not primitive. They're monsters. They laughed while killing us. And the worst part, the voice dropped to a whisper. I think I liked it." The signal cut. Static filled the room. No one spoke, until the general smiled. "You hear that, boys? They finally get it." She walked toward the screen. A massive image of Earth rotated slowly behind her. Peaceful, beautiful, deadly. She reached into her pocket, pulled out a lipstick, and wrote 3 words across the screen in bold, red strokes. Humans were here. Meanwhile, out in space, one last alien escape pod drifted in silence. Inside, a wounded officer gasped for air. He stared out the small window. At Earth. And then, human figure floated past the glass, in a suit, holding a sign. It read, "Still think we're soft?" The alien screamed, but no one heard him. Final voiceover. Earth didn't just win a war, it rewrote the rules of power, of fear, of seduction. They didn't conquer with numbers, they conquered with style. And now the galaxy knows. You don't flirt with fire, unless you want to get burned, end of story.